normally I avoid discussions when everyone else is throwing in, generally under the understanding that someone else is just going to have more to say or say it better or will have more facts or insights or something, or will be funnier if nothing else. But this one, it's just like, I have to say something about God, news is so weird in 2017. Specifically, this is about CNN, the wrestling meme with the President of the United States.
As President Trump's war with the media gets even more personal, the president is grappling with Senate Republicans who've missed a self-imposed deadline on health care. He's preparing for a stare-down this week with Russian President Vladimir Putin. But on Twitter, he's wrestling with us. Look at this video from his Twitter account this morning. This is a WWE WrestleMania video from years ago when Trump used to show up at WWE events. You can see that the CNN logo has been superimposed onto the other fighter's face. Now, this showed up on a Reddit message board days ago. Now it's showing up on the President of the United States' own Twitter feed.
Okay, so just running down this thing really quickly, quick and dirty. This is just a GIF. It's just a little animated GIF with the president, Donald Trump, back when he was on a wrestling show, hit a guy with just hit a guy. It was a wrestling thing. And someone replaced the face of whoever the other guy was with CNN, the word CNN. And CNN had, like, a couple of their a couple of their face people, the talking heads, had a crazy reaction to it. Like, this is horrible that the president would allow violence. Apparently Donald Trump retweeted it himself. And my response to the GIF itself was, it's kind of funny. It's like cute. I really didn't think much of it. But apparently CNN has gone on a tear and has not only, commented on how irresponsible the president is for not properly responding to an animated GIF. And also they've threatened the Reddit user. They hunted down the Reddit user who made the meme. It sounds like I'm making this up. They hunted down the Reddit user who made the meme in the first place and apparently threatened to dox him. Basically, we're going to reveal your identity, so you better promise never to make memes critical of us again.
We were ending our other roundtable. Okay, Anna, I gotta start with you.
I'm a CNN commentator. I think that is unacceptable. I think that is the President of the United States taking things way too far. It is an incitement to violence. He is going to get somebody killed in the media. Maybe that will stop him. I am disappointed beyond belief by the answer that the Homeland Security advisor just gave. What a wuss. What a wuss. You could see that he is ceding his principles. You are the Homeland Security advisor and you can't stand here and say the difference between right and wrong. That's what's part of the problem. He is surrounded by enablers that do nothing but shake their heads and nod their heads in agreement with everything that he says.
So the hysterical thing, let's respond to that first. So this hysterical thing was, why is the president so irresponsible as to not reply to an animated GIF? Because that's stupid. That's incredibly stupid. It's not threatening violence. It in no way says, hey, go hit someone from CNN. It's an obvious metaphor. I mean, this lady on CNN, it's like, do you know what a metaphor is? Honestly, as metaphors go, it's a pretty good one. It's a representation of CNN's relationship with Donald Trump, and Donald Trump hitting some random guy and walking away like he defeated them is honestly pretty good, because CNN has been a bunch of bullshit and has really gotten their ass handed to them, particularly by this administration. So, do you not know what a metaphor is the first reaction. Reaction number two is, this is not obviously a threat of violence in any way, shape, or form. Obviously. They're either one of two things. I can only think of one of two reasons someone would react this way. One is, A, you actually you don't believe it. You're trying to set it up. You're trying to create hysteria or some sort of reaction when it isn't warranted. Or two, at least as disturbing as you actually believe this crap. Like, you actually believe that one animated GIF is akin to a valid threat or a call to a threat or something or anything. Sense, any goddamn sense at all. So, all right. So, thing number one, the hysterical reaction from CNN is either contrived and they don't believe it, and this is completely insincere. And considering their past has been revealed to the world over the last year or so, it's entirely possible. That seems quite likely, in fact. Or alternately, they're really this clueless, in which case they seriously need to get their shit together. Like, someone needs to sit them down and it's like, look, this is the internet. There are lots of memes. People make mean animated GIFs all the time with all sorts of people and institutions as the subject. Duh. I mean, do you live in the 21st century or not? And you're a news organization. How can you be this clueless? It seems impossible. The other thing is the doxing a Reddit editor, or a Reddit contributor, the guy who actually made the meme. Obviously, anyone familiar with the internet knows what's going to happen here. So, running down this briefly, this guy makes this animated GIF, which is perfectly fine. It is a perfectly fine GIF. I don't know why or how I'm in such a state that I have to make that statement, but apparently I am. CNN hunts this guy down. It's like, we're going to find out who you are, and we're going to reveal your identity unless you release this statement where you apologize to us for being mean to us. And it's like, what have you done, CNN? It's obviously, the response is obviously going to be millions of people, and that's not hyperbole. Millions of people are going to be aware of that. They're going to see CNN trying to bully someone into apologizing for criticizing them. Everyone is going to get pissed off, and people are going to make hundreds, maybe thousands of animated GIFs, basically to the same subject, the same concept there of CNN getting, punked by Donald Trump. And they're just going to be a lot meaner. I can predict porn. I see porn going to be a common medium in these. And they're going to be like hundreds of them, if not thousands, if not tens of thousands. It's like they've released a shitstorm on their own heads that they totally deserve. They predict this so clearly, and they're going to bitch about it, like, oh no, someone's done something awful to us, or someone has, impugned the good name of CNN, and no one's going to have sympathy for them, like, absolutely no one. They're going to see the awful shit people are saying about CNN because they 100% deserve it. I mean, it's like, look, during last year, 2016, Trump is a shitty candidate, no duh. But the degree to which they tried to coerce people into voting for Hillary, where they outright lied about some of the shit that Donald did or said, it's like, you are CNN, you are old school media, you are very reliant on your relationship with sitting power. That you have to have a good one, and that's kind of why I guess they sucked up to Hillary really hard, because they thought, oh, she was in the bag, and so she'd be very appreciative of them and they'd have more access and so on. They were just trying to buy access, obviously. Now they have an adversarial relationship with the man in power and with that administration, and that's going to hurt them really badly because they are old media. They are not agile. They are very reliant on their relationship with him, which is now incredibly shitty. And I look at that, and all I can think in my head is the punishment should fit the crime, and it very obviously does. It perfectly does. It perfectly does. And I look at, once again, look at what the reaction to their bullying a random Reddit guy, what's going to happen to them because of it, and they are just going to get a mountain of bullshit heaped upon them. Once again, the punishment fits the crime perfectly. They are going to get exactly what they deserve on this. I mean, like, someone needs to tell CNN, your leadership is incredibly foolish. You are being directed by very, very foolish people. And I think they're going to put blame elsewhere. I don't know. These are just my random thoughts. I'm kind of winding down now. I just got a head of steam when I started this. Now I'm kind of out of it. But yeah, those are my thoughts on this thing. That's me. I'm out.